Hi everyone, welcome to the Plasky P and SABINE show. It's our pleasure to have one of the greatest musicians out there, a lifelong Beatle, because that's what he is, an original member of the Beatles, Mr. Pete Best from Liverpool. And let me tell you, Pete, the world loves you.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice of you to say that, both of you. Thank you. Thank you.
And also,
you made me blush.
Okay, but look at this. I want to show you something. I've got number, you're familiar with this one, right? I've got number 243 of 10,000 signed by you, and I want you to know that this takes pride and place in my home.
That's a fantastic picture. I love that.
Yeah, that's the one outside the cabin, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good shot.
Yeah.
It's a great shot. Yeah.
I've got your fantastic book there, The Pete Best Story. How great's that?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, the original.
One with
Look at that.
Not only that,
I've got this one. I've got this one.
You got the last one, The True Beginnings. Yeah.
Yay.
Signed by you, Pete.
Today we're going to be talking about the newly renovated Casbah Club, and what a book to get right, where the Beatles started from, the Casbah Club, True Beginnings. What a fantastic book this is, written by all of you.
That's a different cover.
That's the one. You've got the brown one, you've got the soft,
that's a different cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, both of them.
I've got look, what's the back of your book, Plastic?
I told you it's got stars.
Yeah, you've got the McCartney ceiling, haven't you? You've got the rainbow ceiling on the back of your book.
Yes, indeed.
Now, Pete, tell us, I want you to know that when you started renovating the Casbah Club, that was big news here in Australia, and everyone knew about it before you started. So would you be kind enough to tell everybody now, bring everyone up to speed on what now the renovation you've done, how much accommodation you got there? We want everyone to start booking to come to the Casbah.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking about the Casbah Club itself now, that is now back on a tourist track. Of course, everyone who knows, who's seen the True Beginnings, we basically realise how important the Casbah Club is. And it still stands today in its total entirety. It's the only original club in Liverpool which the Beatles helped decorate. And you can see it today. Oh, let me see now. McCartney's rainbow ceiling, John's Aztec ceiling, George's salmon ceiling, my spider's web, Cynthia's portrait of John Lennon over the fireplace, the stars on the ceiling. It's all there. So you've got to come to the Casbah Club.
Yeah, I've got to stay there. Beatle week.
Okay.
Beatle week.
Fine. Now, when you come to the Casbah Club, as from August the 1st, we are now opening the Casbah Coffee Club Suites, which is the house above the Casbah, which was our family home, right? And we've converted into 5 fantastic suites: the McCartney suite, the Lennon suite, the Harrison suite, Sutcliffe suite, and of course, the best suite.
Yes.
And bookable now on Airbnb from August 1. Now, if you stay here, right, in these fantastic suites, and look at them online, you'll see them for yourself. You will have stayed where the Beatles played. You will have stayed where the Beatles practiced. You will have stayed where the Beatles slept. You will have stayed where the Beatles frolicked. Where else can you do that apart from at the Casbah Coffee Club Suites? You've got to book it in. Okay.
You know what? You're going to have all the international fans flocking, Pete, because they are going to totally fall in love with this. I mean,
well, that's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping.
Well,
we want it to be as busy, and we want Mona's, memory to be kept alive because of what we're doing.
I wanted to ask you, Pete, because going back to 1959, wasn't it? So your mum must have had a very great business acumen, a business brain to start this all off, because it was her idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I remember sitting there, we were watching a TV program about the Two Ives Coffee Club in London.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, for those of you who don't know the Two Ives Coffee Club, is where they spawned the likes of Cliff Richards and the Shadows and Tony Sheridan and all those great rockers. And at the end of it, she turned around to me and she went, "We've got cellars downstairs in the club, Pete, haven't we?" And I turned around and said, "Yes." And she went, "How do you think about turning it into a coffee club where we could play music?" And I turned around and said, "Sounds fantastic." I said, "Who's going to do that?" She said, "You are." Right? So the following morning, get a gang of friends, for about the next 6 months, the back garden, which is about half an acre, right, just looked like a construction site, right? We had concrete in there, we had timber in there, we had coil flex, you name it. And it virtually got to the stage around about August 1959, and we were getting ready to open, and we needed a band. But it was all because of Mona's vision. And the way the club was decorated and what happened with it, all Mona's vision. And if it hadn't have been for Mona, how she built the house, you know, which is another story completely, you know, would never say when she pawned over.
29th of August, 1959.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. My
Saturday
birthday.
night, Saturday
I was
night.
born in 59. That's a
You
good
were
year.
born in 59.
I was.
Well, I was born in 41, so I've got a few years on you. Okay.
I want to say with the Casbah Club, this is fantastic news. And I take my hat off to you and Rogue, right, and the best family, because you're so much of a part of Liverpool, so much of a part of Beatle history, especially with Mona, who pushed the Beatles from the start and tried to help them in show business so much. She deserves so much credit. You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. You know, I've turned around and said if it hadn't been for Mona, a lot of this wouldn't have happened. You know, maybe there would have been a Casbah, maybe there would never have been a Beatles, maybe I wouldn't have been talking to Plastic and yourself, Sabine. Who knows, you know, but that's the way life's gone. So we all, you know, this humble woman is now through us, and I'm glad to say, you know, we're keeping her memory alive and giving her the recognition now, which she so truly deserves, you know.
Oh, fantastic. And so have you must have a big VIP list organized for the first. Have you got that all organized?
Yeah, we've got you know, we're having a launch day, which will be August 1. We're back from tour from America, and it's all in preparation. You know, we're starting to get, you know, the press involved and all the rest of it. So come August 1.
I'd like to be there. I'd like to be there.
Well, you can get there. You come over. Okay?
I love Liverpool. I love Liverpool. I'm there every year.
Well, you better come back again then, haven't you?
I know.
Everybody that comes to Liverpool, they've got to come to your family's places. Like, as I said, the museum that you got now with the Casbah. I mean, you people put your money there, and what you're doing is promoting Liverpool so much. And we want everybody from around the world, Beatle fan or not, to come to the hotel, the Casbah, to come to the museum, to come and enjoy Liverpool and see everybody else there, their businesses as well, because it's the home of the Beatles and there's no other place in the world. I mean, but Liverpool people, to me, are so warm and so fantastic people. And talking to you today, I just want to tell you, it's a real honour to speak to yourself. And, you know, even I'm so proud of what you guys have done. Rogue with the museum and yourself with the Casbah. And you promoting the Beatles and never stopping.
Yeah.
Well, we're proud of it as well. So, you know, it's lovely that you're trying to get it out there for us, because we want the whole world to know about Casbah.
Well, you know,
Mona, about the Casbah coffee sweets, you know. Everyone's got to come and stay here. That's what we want. The rooms full 365 days a year. And you'll meet the family as well, because it's a family-run hotel. We're going to be involved as well. So.
And I love the way that Rogue has been updating us on Facebook, on social media. This is the George Harrison door that you know was a recent thing, wasn't it? So you know, he's updating us all the time on Facebook and saying, here's what we've done lately, and this is what we're doing now, and this is, you know, hopefully this is all going to, you know, it's all going to be done, it's all going to be finished in time for the 1st of August. So, you know, he's been updating us all the time, Pete. It's fantastic to see the progress.
Well,
to share
we're
it with
very
us.
proud of what we've done, and he's very proud to get it out there. He wants people to be aware and see, you know, the transformation.
He's doing a fantastic job.
We're proud of it. We're proud of it. You know, you got to see it for yourself. Got to see it for yourself.
We're all coming, Pete. We're all coming to meet you as well.
Come on, man.
I'll come from Australia. I'll get a rowboat and I'll come.
We'll get you here. Come on, come on.
This is really good. I want Beatle people to know this. In 1967, on the Sgt. Pepper album, John Lennon contacted your family and wanted to use your family medals. Can you explain that one to me?
Yeah, Sgt. Pepper. Years ago, when Mona used to regale them with stories about the East when they opened, you know, when they were playing at the Casbah Club as the Quarrymen and as the Beatles, they used to come up into the kitchen, and it was very much a case. Mona would regale them with stories about the East. And she mentioned that, you know, my father, not my father, her father, my grandfather had been in the army in India, and he'd won medals, and they asked to see the medals, and Mo very proudly brought the medals down and showed them to John and the rest of the boys. Years later, John remembered that, and for Sergeant Pepper, he got in touch with Mo and turned around and said, Mona, he said, I remember you turning around and saying that your father's medals, military medals, if it was at all possible, could we borrow them for Sergeant Pepper? And she turned around and said, yeah, it can happen, but for God's sake, please ensure that I get them back.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the guarantee. And John turned around and said, Mona, he said, I will promise I will get them back for you. Hence, Sergeant Pepper, you look on the suits, you see my granddad, Mona's dad's military medals that John's wearing with great pride. And that's how it came. And he made sure the medals came back. Okay, and in the museum now. You can see them in the museum now.
Brilliant. Oh, yeah.
Now, Pete, I've got to ask you, for Anthology 1, I've got to tell you, that's a fantastic CD that I got, and you're playing on it. I mean, I'm honest with you, it's magnificent. To have played on those tracks and finally get them released, and as I said, it must have been one of your proudest moments in your life when that was released, and every Beatle fan was anticipating the release of Anthology 1, especially here in Australia. Everyone went out and bought that straight away.
Well, yeah, I mean, Anthology 1 was something special, wasn't it? You know, the fact that I ended up being on 10 tracks on it, I suppose the way I looked at it was fine. It's a little bit of payback for my contribution the 2 years I was with them, you know, and it showed that I did play an important part, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you for it. You know, it's lovely that you know, considered me and gave me the honor of being on the Anthology and, you know, doing 10 tracks. Absolutely wonderful.
Pete, I want to say to you on Anthology 1, don't worry. I fixed the cover and I put your head back on.
Okay.
And Pete, the memories from Hamburg. What was the highlight for you personally? Is there anything particularly?
Wow, the memories from Hamburg. I mean, let's put it this way. We went out there as a very mediocre band. We didn't realize that we were going to be playing in the biggest red light district in the world, the San Paulo.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Okay. And you know, we had a job to do. You know, we got told that we were going to play 6-7 hours a night, 6-7 nights a week. At the weekends, we were playing 12 hours a night.
That's hard work.
So it was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
So you could basically turn around and said, I've always looked back with Hamburg and turned around and said, that's where my musical education came to fruition, okay, because of the long hours. And it was also an enhancement on my sexual education as well, because of being in the San Paulo red light district. So we were young people, we were healthy, we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, so we make business with pleasure.
That's all rock and roll. That's how it goes, you know.
I'm just saying, the Beatles in the leather suits, you don't beat that, and you're there. It's so raw, you know, it's all raw, because I'll tell you what, in 2024, you are a music living legend, you know, and every day you wake up, you don't know how big your legacy out there is in the world. And it's just like, it's just such an honor to talk to you, Pete. For me, it's been to talk to you. And as I said, what Rogan you are doing in Liverpool is just amazing, and it's got everyone's attention. Believe me, out there in the world, they know what you're doing. And now with the Casbah now fully renovated and ready to go, we just want people to go out there now, start booking rooms and coming and meeting Pete and meeting Rogue and going to the museum. There are 2 places there in Liverpool that you just got to go to. I mean, I can't even wait to go to the museum to see what's in there. And after we spoke about your family's medals, I mean, this is mind-blowing. It must have so many fantastic things in the museum.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to look at it from our point of view as well, guys. You know, Mona gave us the Casbah. Okay. She gave us the house. We've now opened a museum in Liverpool in Matthew Street. So her legacy and our legacy is growing, and we're bringing the knowledge of Mona, the Beatles in their early infancy, the original artifacts, places where people can come and stay, you know, the Casbah Coffee Club suites now. It's all an extension. It's all part of the plan to enhance, you know, Mona's vision for what she had and what she gave us. And we want to continue that. We want to continue that. So everything we can do. The Casbah Coffee Club suites opened August the 1st.
I can't wait.
Airbnb.
I can't wait to get up to Liverpool. I can't
Well,
wait.
You know, we are proud of what we're achieving, and we hope that we can go on achieving. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
We've got to keep achieving.
We'll put the links up, you know, for the fans, the international fans, whoever, you know, because they will be flocking. I mean, we have got Beatle Week, as you know, we've got that coming. That's the annual thing that always happens, you know, the end of August. So we know that's going on. But this is going to be the highlight, as far as I'm concerned. This is going to be the highlight. And, you know, so we will put the links up. And the bookings will come in thick and fast, Pete. And I'm telling you, I want to book a room. I'm telling you right now, I've got to be. I don't mind which room it is. I don't mind at all. You know, and I expect a full tour when I arrive. Okay, so
we will arrange
VIP
it.
treatment, please.
You get yourself here, and we'll arrange it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
VIP treatment.
Well, Pete, I want to say everyone in the world, right, in the US, in the UK, and in Australia, and everywhere else, right, go to the Casbah, go to Liverpool. That is the place to be, the home of the Beatles. And it won't get any better than staying at the Casbah, getting the memories of the young Beatles, and also going to the museum and seeing fascinating items that, like, you know, the real Beatle fan, and whether you're a music fan, just go there. You know, the price of admission is nothing compared to the experience. I mean, I'm blown away, Pete. I'll tell you what, I want to come to Liverpool.
It's unique. It's
I
unique.
want to come to Liverpool,
you know,
as soon as I can to see you guys.
Yeah,
because what we've got now, we've got a unique experience for Beatle fans, something new. But it's not only just for Beatle fans, okay? If people want to come and feel a part of the history and the heritage of what, you know, the best family's about, you know, non-Beatle fanatics, they can come as well. You know, we would welcome them. It's just a lovely place to stay.
Yeah, fantastic. And for the people who can't make it,
sorry,
for the people who can't make it over to Liverpool, maybe this time, would it be an idea to maybe do like a tour of the Casbah and museum, and do like a streaming events kind of thing? Would that be something that you would consider?
We're talking about it at this present moment in time.
Yeah.
Maybe a virtual tour or something like that.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, there's talk of it. You know, we have mentioned it, but at the present
No,
moment,
but that would be an idea, because a lot of people maybe have plans and can't come over this time, but for next year. But in the meantime, to give them a flavour of everything that's going on with it in August, that would be a virtual thing. Would be a great idea. I think.
Yeah, it's something which we will consider, and it's one of those things. If it's the Casbah Coffee Club suites, and it's bringing, you know,
and
the
maybe even a new book,
you know, the museum and the Casbah and the Casbah Coffee Club suites to an audience that people can't actually get over here.
No,
you know, it'd be nice to actually show them what it's all about and what they could be part of if they ever came here. Okay, so,
and will there be lots of merchandise, Pete? Will there be lots of merch when I arrive? So I love merch. Is it going to be
there'll be merchandise from the museum, merchandise from the Casbah Coffee Club suites, merchandise, of course. Wherever you are and wherever you be in the world, come over and visit the Casbah, the newly decorated Casbah, and also visit the Casbah Coffee Club suites, our new Airbnb, which is due to open August the 1st, 2024. Slept, be unique, enjoy yourself where the Beatles slept, played, and enjoyed themselves. You've got to come.
You're the best, Pete. A music living legend. We love you, don't we, Sabine?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Pete. Really appreciate it.